Hi guys, that's Dorota Palicka, International Nail Artist and Educator here, and today we are going to do a very beautiful design. Have a preview of it in here. I love it so much and hope you will do it as well. If you're new here, hit the subscribe button as there is lots of tutorials coming up every Monday, Wednesday and Saturday. And for the existing subscribers, thank you guys for your continuing support. So let's start. We are going to do those autumn set of the nails. So I'll first of all start with pushing back the cuticles, giving couple scratches to the natural nail and cleaning any cuticle which is on the nail plate. Like, make sure there is no shiny places. Using the e-file, we are just going to remove cuticle from the nail plate. Put it back into the reverse. There is actually quite a lot of stuff coming out. Clean it. If there is any really large sticking out bit on the nail fold, I would trim it at that stage. So basically just in here, and the rest of my cuticles, I'm going to do it, not cuticles, the cuticles have been removed. The rest of my nail folds, I'm going to do it after, if it will be necessary. Like, I'm always very, try to do as little as possible, especially on my own. I don't want them to grow bigger. And once we finish that, we can apply the nail forms. Dehydrate it with the blue scrub, so nice and squeaky clean. And that's the forms which we are going to use. So I just need 4, 5 in case if I do the mistake. And guys, I keep storing those pieces. They are awesome for painting, like I do always keep it on the side. Now the form for the pinky, put the sticker on the back, and we just need to, obviously the forms gives you a like follow the custom nail shape. On each nail you will cut it slightly different. For my nails, on the pinky, this is the way how I cut it, pre-pinch it, and then put the form on the side, and it's ready for the application. Obviously, because I'm not working on a client but on my own nails, I will be doing them all four first, and then I can slide them underneath. Then we've got ring finger. So ring finger has really high nail folds. Ideally, I want to cut out the entire place here. So this way I can get, first of all, a very nice pinch. Secondly, I can slide the form deeper in without of being annoyed by this nail fold, because it's really decent. So that's my ring finger. The middle finger has a tiny hyponychium, so we need to cut out a space for a hyponychium. But it's just tiny, so I don't need a lot. Just a wee tiny hyponychium space. And obviously those high nail folds, so I need to trim it on the side in order to be able to pinch it. Pre-roll it. And then the favorite one, index finger. So for index finger, we need to cut out half of the form for hyponychium. No, I'm only joking, but the hyponychium is really large. So I need to cut out like a really decent hyponychium space. It's actually going outside the nail bed. That's how high it is. And then so we can pre-pinch it. Perfect. So let's slap them in now. That was okay. That was the pinky. So I want this line to be in the middle and the form to go up, to go nice and straight. Once I've got the line in the middle, I'm just start closing the form. Beautiful, first one in. Okay, you can see it, the placement of the form. Ring finger. And I had no trouble with this one. With this one, you can see it, you can still see my fingertip, and that's why I had to cut out this form a bit wider, so it's going to be easier to slide that underneath. Okay, so depending on the client, I would cut the form different, so there isn't like a such a thing. I had sometimes some comments like, you cutting your form wrong, there is a new way of cutting it or something. I'm cutting the form the way it needed to fit in the easiest and the quickest possible option, so each nail is going to have a different cut. Sometimes we don't have to cut the forms at all. You know, I get those kind of clients like once every 3 years. That's you just that you just slide the forms on and that's it. So this one, you can see it, the hyponychium is there. I can feel it, it's not sticking out from the behind the finger tip, but it's still quite high, so that's why we had to cut out this place, otherwise it will hurt really badly and I wouldn't be able to slide this form as deep as I would like. Nice and straight, almost high, almost going higher, but obviously I'm going to sculpt it till maybe M and a half, so I want this M and a half to be at the height of my cuticle, so this way I can get a nice structure, like thin and then very thick in the middle and very thin at the free edge. If you would place your form going down the way, your free edge will be really thick, because this is like the form will come down, and to make it straight filing, your free edge will be really thick. I've got a wee bend, straight out this bend. That's another form done. And then this hyponychium, you can see it, it's really sticking out of the nail bed. So I had to cut it out like a really decent piece. Even maybe no, not too small, it's fine. I can squeeze it in. So make sure it's nice and straight, because this is wonky finger. We all have those wonky fingers, at least one. Okay, try to put it as high as possible, because this nail, because of those hyponychium, there was a amazing question. I'm actually got it. I don't have it, write it down. It wasn't a question, it was almost a suggestion from one of you. That's the bigger the hyponychium, the more the nails grow down. I totally agree with that, and that was a fantastic point. So guys, in the comments you can share your knowledge as well, like when it comes to the nails, what you have noticed by your experience, by the amount of the clients you have done as well. And this is an absolutely amazing point, like the higher the hyponychium, the sooner the nails grow down the way. Okay, so that was an extra nail prep to dehydrate it, because during the form application by accident, we always touch the nails. It is unavoidable. You cannot avoid it. Say it different way if you cannot pronounce a word. Then universal air bond. And then wait for it to dry. And for a change, guys, it's really rare for me to have a milky pink full set on me, but that's what I'm going to apply on, milky pink, yay! So they are going to be very nice and pretty in a light color. Okay, ideally I should keep my hand like this, but it will be impossible for a camera, so I need to rest it nicely, and let's start it. Nice and thin scoop of the product, remove the excess of it, and go to the one side, go to the other side, like I'm almost touching the cuticle there, almost, just so it's nice and close. Then pick up another scoop of the product and work it through the length you want. So we are working on the free edge now. I want to go to the letter, gosh, what I want, yeah, just about M and a half. So just work out this product through M and a half. And then other side. Ah. Check the other side. And then cook it. 30 seconds. In general, I need 30 seconds before I can pinch it, and I'm going to use those clear pinching clamp, but I'm going just to freeze the product, so 10 seconds. 10 seconds is a great amount for freezing the product because it wouldn't move anymore. So now I can apply the product on another nail, and this is how I do it on the clients as well if I'm sculpting the set. To be honest, like I'm always wearing a sculpted set. On the clients, most of the clients wears the tips. I've got a few clients which prefer the sculpted look as well. So yeah, we do quite a lot of tips in a salon. Another scoop, and just work out those free edge. M and a half. One side. Sorry, cameraman. I don't like to work in a straight position. Personally, I prefer to have my hand bended in. I can just see it better and more. But I think I would make it really awkward for you guys to see the things what I'm doing. Okay, cure it. So 10 seconds cure, and that's mean our pinky was cured for 20 seconds. Okay, so I can do another nail, which is the middle one. So nice and thin layer. I find it actually doing it, placing the product like in the middle like I did it now, and then going one side. It's quite easy, and if you're missing product, you can just grab it from the middle and add it more. Now for those thin layer, I'm going always kind of a little bit bigger than I need it, because it's not going to take me long time to file it, and at least I'm not going to have missed product. Then freeze it for 10 seconds. And after that, I will be able to place a pinching clamp into my pinky. Okay, so pinching clamp goes into my pinky. And I can apply the product into the ring finger, index finger. So look also that's at the join place here, I'm always placing a little bit more product. You don't want your nails to break in that point, because that's a bit of a weaker point. One side. And then other side. Freeze it. And after 10 seconds, I can put the pinching clamp on my ring finger. Okay, so the pinching clamp goes on my ring finger. I always need to pinch this nail quite a lot. Okay, remove the pinching clamp from this nail and start building the structure. I was just checking if I don't miss any places, because at this stage I could actually probably remove the form. I'm just going to keep it just in case. So nice and thin layer through the entire nail, and then pick up my scoop of the product and build up the apex. Don't go too close to the cuticle, don't go too close to the sides. You're just working one side, other side through the middle, because by the time you put it to the lamp, the product will run in there. Okay, cure it. So we are going to freeze it for 10 seconds, and then what we can do, we can pinch the middle finger. So also using this technique prevents the heat spike as well, because we kind of give it a break to the nails. And I think this is cool. Okay, so pinch it, this one. This always pinch so nice, the middle finger. I don't like doing my ring fingers. Okay, now I'm happy with the structure. I can pull the form down, which makes the life easier. Thin layer. You can see it, I'm missing a wee corner here. Pick up the scoop of the product. Place a pinching clamp upside down. I quite like it as well, an extra pinch. And build up the structure for this one. So I've got some place where I've got too much product, so I'm trying to don't place any more product in there, so I don't have to I don't have to file this long. Touch it, remove those excess, no more product in there. And then once you start feeling the gel doesn't behave, take it quickly to the lamp, because otherwise you will just make a mess. Okay, cook it. Okay, so again, just a 10 seconds cure. Remove this pinching clamp. Place on this one. Build up the structure on the middle finger. So with this small amount of the product, we can fill up any missing gaps. A scoop. This gel looks so nice on the nails. Go to the middle. And then let's cook it. So 10 seconds. And then we can also place a pinching clamp on our ring finger. So actually not 10 seconds, it was like 2 seconds. Place the pinching clamp upside down and here. If the pinching clamps are sliding, you could just give it a couple scratches with the nail file to your pinching clamp, and they wouldn't do that again. Okay, ideally I want to pinch this one stronger, that's it. And then we can build a structure, and this way we've got those set of the nails built. We just need to shape it. I'm going to show you maybe on a 1 or 2 nails to don't keep you bored, because they are all exactly the same. But I think a gel application itself is quite an important step, so you can really learn this application, and it's really awesome and helpful when you don't overplay with your product. Like, I find it as just much nicer shape, and when you start feeling the product runs, just freeze it and cook it, because otherwise you will make a mess. I used to take too long playing with my products, and that's when it was taking me much longer, and then I still wasn't happy with it. So even if you miss some product, once they cure, you could just go up and like touch it up, and you know, before I'm pulling the form down, I'm just making sure I have no missing product. And if I would have, I would just take a brush and I would gently add those tiny wee bit which we have missed. Okay, so the pinching clamps into the correct places from upside down now, just to get a better squidge and don't press into the nail folds. And now I'm going to the final 60 seconds cure, and then we can move on into the shaping. Okay, so when my hand is just finished cooking, I'm going to put some baby wipe in here. Don't want to put the fan because that gives me an extra height, and then I cannot twist my hands the way I need it. Now guys, excuse me, I'm going to use a really well used file. I just ran out of the files in the house because it was unexpected video, totally. So okay, that's them cooked. I can remove the pinching clamps. I really love the look of this gel, even on its own. Like, I don't know why, like, I do really like the gel on its own, and then just a baby boomer or like just some nail art straight away into the gel. It just looks so much different. I'm going to show you the shaping, and I will do it on maybe those 2 nails. So using the file, we are going to file into a V shape. So one side, and I'm going a little bit from underneath and then on the side, okay? You can see the filing lines. Same in here underneath, so we can just get rid of those fluffy bits and pieces. And they are not taking a long time to file it because they are very thin. Okay, so we need to get rid of that. I don't like my lower arches to be too low. It just makes the nails more uncomfy for me, and I'm quite active, so I don't like that. And we are going to shorten it. So nice and straight, shorten it. And now I can see it. I can easily taper it even more. Okay, then we are going to bring it higher up like this. I will clean it with the dust brush now because I want to show you the filing lines so you can know where I have filed and you can see how much the shape has changed already. Okay, same on this side. I think it's still too long. There we are. Smooth it out on the entire surface, blend everything around the cuticle area. So everything here needs to be nicely blended. I can see the side wall is dropping down. So just lifted it up all over file, and that's this nail finished. It's beautiful. Okay, then the buffer to smooth it out. And I want to show you the cuticle area as well, guys. Like, I can also maybe file this away. So what I'm using a buffer now to just file it, the sticking out bits and pieces of my cuticle. And also to blend all the product. And you can see it, you cannot tell where the product is starting. And if you've got the blending like this around the cuticle area, the nails are going to last really nice and long time. Let's do it here as well. One more time. And really, and look how nice and thin it is at the free edge. Learn this technique because it's really going to make your life much easier. So V-shape, one side. Okay, V-shape, other side. Bring those arches a bit higher up. And if someone would ask what kind of shape it is, I would just say this is my shape. It's just a shape which I like the most. You know, some people will do it again different way. I just like it that way, and that's my way, and I just love it this way. So not too low arches, nice and straight, very thin at the free edge, and really blended on the cuticle area. Okay, once we have done that, the nails still look very, oh gosh, bulky, especially at the free edge. Let me just straighten it a bit. There we are. Okay, so what we have to do with it, next step was the sides, yeah. So bring it higher up. Okay, so this way we are smoothing everything in here, and that's changed the shape of the nail like a lot. Do it the same from the other side. Okay, so this way I was thinning out the edges. Look how nice it looks like by doing this movement. It's amazing, this movement, guys. Like, it's changed the overall shape of the nail. And after we have done that, we can either just smooth it out all over and then blend the cuticle, or blend the cuticle and then smooth it all over. I swap it sometimes, but in general, I try to keep it the same filing routine. So this end is too thick, far too thick. I wanted it to be a credit card thickness. So nice and thin. Nice and thin. Check the thickness, that's better, much better. Love that nail. Blend around the cuticle area. And I don't have lots to blend because we have placed just two very thin layers there. and just smooth out the entire nail and use buffer to buff it. So clean it, and you can see it, I even didn't touch the apex area. I'm going to just smooth it out with the buffer. And you guys see me how long the nails last, like, and I'm quite active, like, I'm doing lots of gardening, I'm riding on a motorbike, and, you know, I'm doing lots with my hands, so they always last me no problem at all, because the all structure is in here. And then the ends are nice and thin. Okay, so that's those two nails filed. I'm going to quickly file the other ones and go and wash my hands so we can move on into the chrome application. Okay, that's them all nice and clean. So we are going to use the High Shine No Wipe Top Gel to do some chrome. Like, make sure there is no dust particles. And for chrome application, this is really important. Like, you need to put your top coat absolutely perfect, because the chromes enlarge any imperfections. So I'm just going to take all those dust particles. If you do not remove them, they will be really huge. And make sure you apply it everywhere. Don't miss any corners. And then on the pinky, the easiest one because it's the smallest. Check how the light reflect on it, because that's how it will reflect on your chrome, and then cure them. Curing with the chrome is very important. We have to cure it exactly 60 seconds. So when my hand is cured, I'm going to prepare some chromes, and we've got this pin one, which is a number 01, and then also this rosy gold one, and they new. We also got in stock some new ones, which is red, just perfect for a Christmas time, and then some turquoise blue, again for those winter months coming in. So that's a kind of like a really nice new colors of the chromes. So I'm just waiting for my nail to cure. Okay, and on the pinky we are going to use those rosy gold. Same on the thumb, so rose gold on the pinky, and then the gold will be an ombre, so the middle finger is going to be pure gold. I'm going to start with this rose gold, and it's so pretty, absolutely amazing, guys. So full rose gold, half rose gold, full gold, half rose gold. So we've got this sort of ombre in there. You could actually do this new ombre French trend with it as well. I might actually tell you how to do it in this video. So you would wrap half, put a matte top coat over it, buff it, paint French, and just wrap the same way like we are doing now, opposite with the colors. That will be the quickest and the easiest way to achieve that look. Now we are going to take the gold one. and rub it in the middle finger. The chromes always needs to be rubbed in really well. That's so pretty. Okay, pick up another scoop, do the ombre one. Another scoop and the ombre on the ring finger. It looks so pretty. Okay, now I'm just going to rub this in with the finger to make it shinier. You really kind of want to rub it in until those loose particles are gone. Absolutely amazing. Okay, you can see how nice and chromy they are. And then we can start painting nail art on them. So I'll just blow away the excess of the pigment. And then for the nail art, we will use some D-liner brush. I love them like this, even like so pretty. D-liner brush and some black. So for black, we will use this paint. And we are going to do some leaves. So on this one, I want the leaf to go in here. I thought it's just a perfect fall autumny design, not over the top, but still very elegant because of this chromy look. And I love this combination of the gold and rose gold. They are so shiny. I want the leaves to be tiny as well, like I don't want them too big. Okay, go on the side. And the second row of the leaves is kind of going in between. Is it too shiny, cameraman? Can maybe a bit.
No, it's
Worse. Oh gosh, it is really shiny. Is it better?
yeah, but we see, I think.
They are reflecting the light so much that it might be hardly visible. So then on the other side, when I'm painting, I'm trying to pick up a wee blob on my brush to make the painting of the leaves quicker and easier. And then I'm just dragging it in. Also, I would suggest, once you're happy with the one nail, you flash cure it, so you don't destroy it accidentally when you're painting another one. So on the client nails, I would work like one nail, cook it, then do the second one. Now on this one, see, by accident I have scratched the chrome in here. So touch it up. And freeze this nail so we don't damage this nail as well. So just like 5-10 seconds, and then we can move on into the middle one. So on the middle one, we are going to paint the leaves more around the cuticle area. I had the dilemma that I wanted some crystals on them or not, and then I thought like, no, I'm just going to keep it simple without of crystals. Sometimes less is more. And then another leaf just in here at the free edge. That looks so pretty. Then we've got a mixture of both, so let's do it maybe here. I'm so concentrated. Okay, pick up more product. See, I think this set isn't complicated. You don't need lots of skills. Like it's so universal. And I was able to do it with my left hand as well, so it's definitely not too complicated. I'm going to show you something, guys. So when I'm painting this thin line, I'm picking up the product like this. Okay, I want the brush to be nice and thin. If I'm picking up for the leaves, I'm picking up like scooping it on the side, so I've got like a blob on my brush, and then I just wiggle it. Okay, so for leaves, blobs, for lines, nice and straight pick. Because I think I had those questions before, like how do I pick up the blob and how do I pick up the straight line. I love the look of the ombre as well. Like I think it just make it much more interesting. And also just one more time for the chrome, your nails, your top coat, everything needs to be perfect, because otherwise any kind of mistake is going to be enlarged. And then on the last one we are going to go this way. Then the blob, blob, and blob. Just prolong it. Gosh, this chrome make me blind. It's so shiny. Cameraman is having a challenge to catch it in the camera. And the last couple of the leaves. On the first one I have picked up too much paint, so what I did, I press it lighter. If you do pick up more, just press lighter and then you will leave less product. If you press it harder, you will paint stronger, like thicker. Yay, and that's the decoration done. So we have to just cook them and then apply the top coat. Okay, let's take and close all your products before we put the top coat. I also like to give it a couple scratches to my chrome before I apply the top coat, so my top coat, when I'm cupping the free edge, can catch on something, because the gel doesn't stick into very shiny surface. So do a couple scratches, because otherwise your top coat is not going to stick into the shiny surface, and that's where your free edge can chip. Okay, take the High Shine No Wipe Top Gel and apply the top coat for a finished results. Really pretty set. Top coat on another one. I love actually black and gold together. I think this is the prettiest combination always, black and gold for autumn. I'm also adding those extra scoop of the top coat right through the middle. So a really decent amount of the top coat. Make sure you do cap your free edge, like nice and decent cap on the free edge, and then top coat through the middle. Extra layer of the top coat. Check if you've got it everywhere, and if you're happy with the set, like make sure the free edge is capped, and let's cook them. Obviously those nails are not going to look nice until we clean it all those excess chrome, but I will save you that part. You will be able to see it in a thumbnail picture once I wash my hands, how nice and pretty it is, but that's what you have to see it now. So fantastic, like an ombre combination. Sorry, cameraman, I'm not sure. No, this way is better. They're so shiny, they're too shiny, guys. But yeah, I hope you have really enjoyed this video and you like the set of those pretty nails. I'm sending you glittery hugs, and bye for now.